subdue the earth. To subdue is to control. It is to enslave. It is to discipline. It is to keep in subjection or in control. That is what it means to subdue. But what does it mean when you have to subdue the earth? I look principally at what the scripture calls the earth. Now, the earth is the ground. It is the dust. It is the hard part that we stand upon. Scientists will call it the earth crust. And this place is where we build our houses, we work on. It is the solid part of the earth. And it is very important because man in Genesis chapter 2 was said to have been formed, that is, the body of man is formed from the dust of the ground or from the earth. And the first man was called Adam. Adam means ground or earth or the clay. That's the meaning of Adam. It simply means the ground or the earth. In other words, whenever that man was called Adam, you're saying earth. You're saying earth. So the man answered to the earth. He was primarily responsible for the earth. Anything that would happen on the earth had to come through that person called Adam or man. So by extension today, the earth or the custodian of the earth is a man. The man that God has saved, or the man that has come into a covenant relationship with God through his son Jesus Christ. That is the custodian of the earth today. So when God says subdue the earth, God speaks primarily to men. He speaks primarily to you. And what's the message in subduing the earth? God is very particular about his creation, especially the crown of his creation, man. God is particular about you. In subduing the earth, God is telling us to control ourselves. Control yourself. Man has a tendency to be wild, especially after man fell in the Garden of Eden. God knows that the body of man could yield to environmental factors and depart from him. The body of man can follow the patterns of the world and forget the leading of his spirit. And this always happens through the body. How? The body is ruled principally by the five senses. The sense of sight, the sense of hearing, the sense of taste, the sense of feeling, and the sense of smell. How then can I subdue, enslave, discipline, or bring my body under subjection? It's very simple. The Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 27, he said, I beat my body. Another translation says, I discipline my body. Yet another one says, I bring my body under. I bring it under subjection. How do I do this in my world today? It is that I control the things that I see. Don't just see anything. Don't let everything catch your attention. The sight is yours. Don't let everything around just catch the attention of your eyes. Control what you see, and you will have a better life. How about what you smell? Some persons just see, they just smell something, they just perceive something, and that's all. I smell it, I must have it. I smell it, I must do it. That is wrong. Even your touch. Don't touch just anything. Not everything is meant for you. Control your feeling. Control your hearing. Don't be the place where people just barge and dump information. Don't be the person that just receives everything from everybody. Be mindful of what you hear. Your hearing is important. The devil rules men through their senses. But then you can yield your senses as a servant of righteousness. Let God help you in the things that you hear. Now, you know that in the world today, the reason why there are unending crises is because men are not controlled. Everyone is selfish because the senses want to exalt itself in some form or the other. Men never get to fulfill their destinies. They never reach the height of it because the senses are too powerful. They are too wild, uncontrolled. Now, nations rise against nation, and the base of every war in the world had been the lack of self-control. The world can be a better place today. People can be better people today. And all things can turn around for good in the life of every man, if only we would obey the simple injunction of subduing the earth. Keep yourself under control. Be mindful of what you hear and how you hear. Be mindful of what you say and how you say it. Be mindful of what you eat. Be mindful of the things that go inside you. Be mindful of everything. That is what it means to keep yourself under control or to be subdued. A subdued man is one whose senses are under and the Spirit of God is on top. Is a person that can listen and can receive from the Spirit of God. The world can be a better place today if all men will yield themselves by keeping the body under and letting the Spirit of God gain ascendancy. God bless you.